Hey guys, so for today's video, I am going to be doing this like romantic goth type of look. So to start off, I'm just taking the black from Ball Pit and painting the entire middle nail with this. I do 2 coats of this and I cure each coat for 60 seconds. After that, I'm taking Magic Mirror from Nails by Dev. This is a silver cat eye gel, and I'm going to be painting a heart on this nail. My idea for this nail was to make it look like a heart necklace. So that's kind of just what I'm doing here. So I'm just painting on the heart, and then I will magnetize it so it has like the cat eye effect on it. It did take me a couple tries to get this heart how I wanted it. You are gonna see like when I finally get it done, it is smaller than what I'm doing here. I did start out doing it pretty big because I thought it would be better big, but then once I got it on the nail, I'm thinking about like the rest of what I was going to do for this nail and like how I was going to make it look like a necklace. I felt like it might be too big for it, so that's why I scaled the heart down and went a little bit smaller. But in the end, I realized I probably could have left it be this big and it would have worked out just fine. But as I was doing it and looking at it, I was like, this is going to be too big and it's not going to work out very well. So that is why it is a little bit smaller in the end. like I said, once I got it done, I did just go ahead and magnetize it real quick to give it the cat eye effect, and then I did go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. I only did one coat of that. After I got that done, I took Bloodbath from Nails by Dev and painted that right over top because I wanted it to be a red heart. And I just did the cat eye effect to kind of make it look like it was like some sort of like what are they called? Not rhinestones. Like some sort of jewel or something, like a ruby or something. So that's why I did the cat eye effect first. I did end up doing 2 coats of this red just to make it a little bit deeper. One coat would have been fine, but like I said, I wanted it to be a little bit of a deeper, darker red, and to get that I had to do 2 coats, and I did cure each coat for 60 seconds. So now I'm going to take the Emo Black liner gel from Ball Pit because I'm going to do some chrome work. I also pulled out the chrome powder that I was going to do, and right before I started doing that, I realized that I didn't make the heart part 3D like I had wanted. I could have done it after, but I felt like it'd be easier to do this part first before doing the chrome. So I went ahead and took my squeeze gummy jelly from Nail Couture and just applied that to the heart part, and I tried to get it as close as possible in the shape of the heart and like covering the entire heart. But what I couldn't get, I did just take a liner brush and like go around and like fill those areas in, and then I did hold it upside down for a little bit just to make it a little more 3D before curing for 60 seconds. Now, I did do this part before doing the chrome because I thought it was going to be easier, but I probably should have waited until after I did the chrome because the chrome ended up sticking to the heart part where it wasn't supposed to stick because this rhinestone glue does cure without a sticky layer, and like, you know, chrome will stick to anything without a sticky layer. I mean, it will stick to stuff with a sticky layer too, but like, I mean, chrome just sticks to anything basically. So I should have done the 3D part after I got the chrome on, but whatever, it was fine. I was able to clean it off in the end. So after I got the 3D part done, I'm just taking the liner gel, that Emo Black liner gel that I had pulled out, and just going around and creating what's going to be like the metal plate that like the ruby or the gemstone, that's what it's called, the gemstone is in. Like how necklaces are with like little pendants like this, you have the little gemstone and then it's like in some sort of like metal like outline or something, or like something to hold it in. So that's what I'm doing here. I start out by just outlining the heart, and then I do make the black line a little bit thicker just to be like a bigger piece of like the pendant or whatever it's called. I know it's kind of hard to see what I am doing here because I am doing this like black on black, so it is a little bit hard to see. You can kind of tell because the background isn't super shiny, and like what I'm doing is more shiny because it is wet. It was a lot easier for me to see what I was doing versus you being able to see on camera here. But like I said, I'm just outlining it and making it a little bit of a thick outline to create that like metal part that goes around the heart. After I get this done, I do only cure it for 15 seconds, and then I apply the chrome powder. And then after I apply the chrome powder, I do cure it for a full 60 seconds afterwards, because that 15-second cure, that liner gel isn't fully cured, and you can't leave uncured gel on a nail. So because chrome powder is like translucent, or yeah, it's translucent, you can go in after you apply it and fully cure what's underneath. So if you are doing like a black base and what you're using can have chrome right on top of it, like this liner gel, you do want to, you know, do your normal like 15-second cure, apply the chrome powder, but then after you apply the chrome powder, go in and fully cure that to be able to fully cure that black liner gel. Otherwise, like I said, you're gonna have uncured gel on the nail, and that's not good, because uncured gel does lead to allergies. And even though it's not touching the skin, that uncured gel, like the molecules and stuff, can leach off of the nail and onto the skin. And that's why it is so important to make sure that everything is 100% completely cured, because even if it's not directly touching the skin or your natural nail, it can still, like I said, leach and end up getting onto your skin. Like, you're not gonna see it get onto your skin because it, like, the gel polish itself is stuck in place, but like the little molecules and everything, you know, the parts that you can't see, do like spread and get onto your skin and stuff. So after I got that part done, I'm taking this embossing gel from Madam Glam. I do have a discount code with them. I will throw it up on the screen. It is also down in the description below. But I'm taking this because it is kind of a thicker gel. And, well, it's not, it is a thicker gel. It's not kind of a thicker gel. But it's for doing, like, 3D type of work. So I'm just outlining the chrome part that I did, and then I also add in some little dots on top of the chrome part that I did. This also cures without a sticky layer, so you can use chrome with it. So I just went ahead, outlined that, and then did the dots just to give it a little more texture onto this and make it look a little more like a heart pendant on a necklace. And then I cured that for 15 seconds, applied the chrome, and then after I got the chrome applied, I did go ahead and cure again for a full 60 seconds to make sure that everything was fully cured. So for the chain part of the nail, I'm going to use these silver caviar beads that I have. And honestly, I absolutely hate using caviar beads. They're such a pain in the butt. But I felt like that was the best thing that I could use to create a chain on the nail without actually like using an actual chain. But to use caviar beads, an easier way to like work with them that I have found is to put them in some like top coat or base coat. I usually put them in top coat, then that way they're already top coated and like I don't really have to worry about like with a dealing with a top coat. But honestly, you can use either a top coat or a base coat. It doesn't really matter, but if you do use a base coat, make sure you top coat them in the end. And just like mix them around in that to get them coated with it, and then it's easier to pick them up with like your brush or something and like move them around the nail, and it also helps them to stick to the nail. But for the chain part, I am going in with some rhinestone glue. I'm just using the squeeze gummy jelly one again. I squeezed some of that out onto my palette, and I'm just taking my liner brush and drawing out like where I want the chain to be. And then after that, I'm just picking up the little caviar beads with my brush and placing them down onto where I have that line down with the rhinestone glue. And like I said, I hate working with caviar beads. They're such a pain in the butt. They're hard to like move around and get into place, and they're honestly kind of hard to pick up too. Also, they're so small and they take forever to place where you want them. And when you're doing something like this, it just takes forever to get them in place and to like have them be the way that you want. I really didn't have any issues with this part. Like they stuck pretty well and they weren't moving around or sliding around. I have in the past when I've used caviar beads have issues with them like sliding around a lot. I feel like just because they're super light and like they don't really stick down very well, I feel like whether you do this little trick here with the rhinestone, or not the rhinestone glue, the top coat, or if you just stick them down onto rhinestone glue, like I just feel like they don't stick very well at all. But like I said, I wasn't really having too many issues with doing that part. I didn't show the entire process of me placing them down just because it took a long time since they're so tiny and there were so many of them. But after I got them on, I did go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. Now for the pointer and the ring finger, or the nails, I'm taking Sinister, I think it's called, from Nails by Dev, and painting both of those nails with that. I did do 2 coats on both nails, and I cured each coat for 60 seconds. And then after this part, I really didn't know what I was going to do. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing for anything during this set. I just knew I wanted to do like a romantic goth set for Valentine's Day because I don't know, I'm just kind of sick of like the typical pink and red Valentine sets, and like I did do a couple pink sets from like the boxes that I got, but like I don't know, I like to see different types of Valentine sets, not your like typical colors or like your typical Valentine sets. So I wanted to try and do something a little different for this set. I went in with no plan other than I knew I wanted to do like a heart necklace type of look on one of the nails, and that was about it. So I painted those ones red and then moved on because I didn't know like if I wanted to do some other type of like jewel look or if I wanted to do something else on it. So I just set those to the side and then moved on to the pinky and the thumbnail, which I decided I was going to do an ombre. I don't know why I decided to do an ombre, because ombreing black or like dark colors, especially black, is really quite difficult. It is not easy at all. I just wanted to make my life difficult when doing this set, I guess. I don't know. So I'm just starting out with a little bit of the black from Ball Pit. I placed that down however far I placed it down. I didn't want to go too far down because I didn't want the black to come down too far down the nail. And then to kind of make it a little easier to blend out, I did take black shading gel from Nails by Dev and place that down. It just kind of helps to like make the ombre a little more seamless and to like thin out the black a little bit, so that way it's not like so opaque and like so harsh of a line. After I got that done, I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds, and now I'm going in with that same red from earlier and that jelly red from earlier. I think they're called Sinister and Bloodbath. I think those were the ones that I used. They're shown earlier in the video, but I basically just did the same thing. I placed the opaque red at the free edge of the nail, and then I placed the jelly red farther up the nail, again just to help blend it out a little bit and smooth it out a little bit and make it a little bit more seamless with that blend, because like I said, doing dark colors like this for an ombre is really hard, and it's really hard to like get them to blend seamlessly. So adding a jelly color of the same color really helps. If you don't have a jelly color, you can always take whatever color you used and mix it in with like a top coat or a base coat, and then use that to help kind of blend your ombre out a little bit. After I got the red done, I did cure that for 60 seconds, and then I did repeat that again for a second time just to kind of help blend everything out a little more and to make sure everything was fully covered and everything. And then I did cure that second coat for 60 seconds. Now I'm taking this rhinestone glue. I think it's like the I hold condensed glue from, I always forget the name of it. I think it's like Glitz and Accessories and Such or something like that. And I'm placing that down because I'm going to, well, I attempted to do like a lace look for this nail. I have this piece of lace that I got in one of the Halloween mystery boxes that I had gotten, and I thought it would go really well with this set. So I just placed down that rhinestone glue, and now I'm taking that piece of lace and just laying that down on the nail. And I do get my tweezers out and use those to like smush it down onto the nail. That way I wasn't having any of that rhinestone glue like ooze through the holes on the lace and get on my skin. And then I did go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. And when I was putting it on, I wasn't really liking how it looked, but I was like, maybe it's just because I have all this extra just hanging off. Like once I cut it off and get all the excess off, it'll be better. But even after I cut all the excess pieces off, I still didn't like it. I just felt like this piece of lace was way too big for this nail, and you didn't really get much of a lace design on it, or like the design that's on the lace on the nail, and I just really wasn't feeling it. So I ended up throwing that nail away and starting over. Got a new nail out, painted it with that red color, 2 coats, cured each coat 60 seconds. And then I found some black lace stickers that I had. So I decided to use those instead. And it did look a little better. It still didn't really turn out how I wanted it to, because I wanted it to be like how I did with this like piece of actual lace. I wanted it to be like a big piece of lace just laying like diagonally across the nail, kind of like at the top of the nail, or like in the cuticle nail bed area. And I kind of had to go a different route with it when I did these stickers, because even though there are some thicker stickers here, they had those black rhinestones on it, and I didn't want the black rhinestones on the nail, so I had to go with the thinner pieces of the stickers. And you could see I went to see how it would look if it was diagonally across the nail, how I originally had planned, and I just didn't like that, so I ended up doing like a lace border around the entire nail, and it was all right. It really wasn't like my favorite look here, but it's just what I ended up doing and what I ended up going with. Also, these stickers were awful. I think I either got them from Temu or AliExpress. I don't remember, but they were so bad. They were so hard to get off, and they were like really rubbery and stretchy, and I was having so much issues with getting them off this sheet and getting them placed down onto the nail. That's why I didn't show it all, because I was struggling so bad. If you do get nail stickers, I definitely recommend getting them from Shop Kiki. I've mentioned them before. I absolutely love their stickers. I've never had any issues with their stickers, and they have all kinds of different stickers for like just about anything. I'm sure they probably have some lace stickers on there. If not, don't get lace stickers from Temu or AliExpress, because you're gonna potentially end up with these rubbery, super stretchy, gross stickers that are awful to work with. But if you're willing to risk it, then go ahead, I guess. But I'm not recommending them, and I don't remember if I got them from Temu or AliExpress, and either one, like, finding those items again is sometimes hard because they don't always have the same thing all the time. Especially on Temu. AliExpress, it's a little easier to find the same stuff over and over again, but Temu, I feel like usually once something sells out, you never see it again. So I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, even if I could find them again on there, I wasn't going to link them because I don't like them, and I'm not gonna recommend something that I don't like to you guys. But anyhow, after I got that, I decided I was gonna do a little kind of like jewelry type of look on this set, to kind of, or on this nail and on the other, what is it? This is the ring and pointer nails I'm doing, to kind of match with the like necklace type of look that I have going on the middle nail. I kind of wanted to keep that like jewelry look going. So I just took some rhinestone glue, placed that on, and then did the top coat around all of that, because I don't like to apply top coat after I do charms and stuff. I like to do it beforehand because I hate trying to go around everything and making sure I don't get it on any of the charms or rhinestones or anything. Although, because I am using these little like silver pearl things and like this rose charm, it really wasn't gonna matter if I got top coat on it anyhow. Actually, putting top coat on these silver pearl things is a really good thing to do, and you should be putting top coat onto them, because that silver will chip off and you'll be left with like this ugly gray pearl on the nail. But I'm doing this for like just the video and not to wear them, so I didn't really care about that. Anyhow, I took one of those black roses and placed that down, and then just took those little silver pearls and laid them down on the nail, kind of trying to make it look like some sort of like chain or like piece of jewelry or bracelet, necklace, something. So because that one nail took so long, I didn't show me doing the other nail. And I decided on the ombre nails that I was going to continue on with that like chain type of like jewelry type of look. And I was going to do a spider web out of the caviar beads to make it look like it's some sort of like spider web chain, or like if you ever seen any of those like gothic type of like harnesses or something that like people wear, or like those like what are they called, shawls, and that they're made out of like chains and stuff. I was trying to do something similar looking to that, but with like a spider web. And I also have these spider charms that I was going to put one on the nail to again like make it look like chains and like harnesses and stuff or whatever. So I just did the same thing that I did for the necklace, where I laid down the rhinestone glue in the pattern of the spider web, and then I was taking the caviar beads that I have in the top coat and laying those down on there. And it started out working very well, just like how the necklace did. And then all of a sudden, everything just started sliding around. The caviar beads were not staying in place. They were sliding all over the nail. And it was just, there was top coat all over the nail because, like I said, the caviar beads were sliding all over. They weren't staying in place. And it was just getting really overwhelming and really frustrating for me. So I ended up scrapping that idea and wiping all of those off. And I like, you're gonna see here that it starts out pretty well, and then I like stopped recording because I started noticing that the beads were sliding around, and I was like, I can't keep filming this right now because I'm gonna be like, I pulled it away from the camera so I could like focus and like have it close to me and try and work a little bit quicker without having to worry about being in frame or being in focus or anything. So I did pull away to try and do that, and I sat there trying to fix it for so long and I just couldn't. So like I said, I ended up wiping it off and switching it. I ended up going the necklace route like I did for the middle nail. I didn't show myself applying the caviar beads in the U-shaped necklace shape because I was already frustrated and I just wanted to hurry up and get these caviar beads on because they already take so long to get on, and I was, like I said, already frustrated from trying to do this spider web and it not working out. So I just wanted to hurry up, get the caviar beads on in this pattern right here. After I did get those on, I'm just taking the rhinestone glue again, applying that onto the nail, and then I do apply the top coat onto the nail. And I do apply the top coat over the caviar beads. Like I said earlier, I didn't really have to because they're already coated in the top coat. But I just felt like not applying the top coat onto them, like it, or applying the top coat onto the caviar beads helped like smooth everything out a little bit, because I felt like where the caviar beads and like where they had been sliding around a little bit, like in the rhinestone glue, it just was kind of looking a little messy right there. So I felt like applying the top coat onto everything just helped smooth it out. And then I took one of those little silver pearls, put it down, and then I took the spider charm and put that down right underneath it to look like a little spider necklace pendant thing. And then after I got that on, I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. And then the rest of the nails were already top coated, so I just went in and top coated this nail and then cured that for 60 seconds. Just feel like it didn't come together because of those two nails, and that's what's really disappointing me, is because like it just didn't come together the way that I wanted it to. It still gives the romantic goth feel and like look, but not in the way that I was wanting it to give the look and feel of romantic goth. So yeah, it's a little disappointing, but I mean, it's really not that bad of a set, like looking at it. But like I said, it just didn't come together the way that I wanted it to. So I'm just like not super happy with it. But like I said, it's not too bad of a set. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.